Customizing notifications and alerts on your iPad. Okay, here's how to tame and customize all of the alerts that the apps on your iPad like to give you. Alerts come in three different ways. One is sounds, like you might hear a sound when you have an appointment coming up on your calendar. A second way is called a badge, and if you take a look here at my mail icon, you see the red circle with white number in it showing the number of emails I have unread. That is the badge. And then the third way is through the notification center, and that is something that when you swipe down from the top of any screen on your iPad, it gives you an overview of your events for the day and tomorrow, and gives you a little thing about the weather. If you tap on all or missed, it gives you some more details depending on settings that you've chosen. Those are the three areas where there are notifications. So if notifications drive you a little crazy by going off at inconvenient times, the good news is you have control over them. To control your notifications, you go into Settings, and on the left side you tap on Notification Center. The top three areas are talking about that view that shows when you swipe down. So this is telling us, do I want to see these things on the lock screen? That's the screen where I have to put in my passcode. What do I want to see in the view? That's what the Under Today view is talking about. And how do I want it sorted? I've always just left these on the default, but you can toggle on or off anything that you don't want to see in that notification center. The real treasure is if you dig down in the actual individual apps that are in the notification center. These apps pop in here when they're installed on your iPad if they have a reason to talk to the notification center. The ones under Include will show up in the notification center, and the ones under Do Not Include will not show up there. I will show you how to change that if you don't like what they're doing. A lot of these default to include, but if they don't bother me all the time, I wind up not moving them. But I'll show you how to move them in case they bother you. In addition to that, we can control whether we have the little badge with the number of new notifications, whether it makes a sound, and whether it puts a banner across the top of our iPad. So let me show you that by looking at the settings for my mail. When I tap on Mail, it asks me how many things I want to show in the notification center if I have it showing in there, and you can tell it how many items you want. You can also put settings in for each of your accounts. I just have one account, my Exchange account, which is my Georgetown ISD account. So when I tap on it, right now it is set to show a banner at the top of my screen every time I get a new email. And that's pretty annoying, especially when I'm using my iPad for teaching. So I'm going to tap on None under Alert Style so that I don't get any banners or alert messages on my screen. I also am not a fan of the app icon, the badge app icon, because it's no one's business, in my opinion, how many unread emails I have. And it also tempts me to check those when I'm trying to focus on something else. So I'm going to turn the badge app icon off by just tapping that little slider. I also don't want to get an alert sound every single time I get an email. So I'm going to tap on Alert Sound, and I'm going to select None. I can also decide whether I want mail alerts to show on my lock screen, that's the screen where I put in a passcode, or if I want to preview any of the email when I do get a notification. And I don't want either of those things, so I'm just going to leave those turned off. So that's how easy it is to change those settings. I'll demonstrate one more for you really quickly. I have an app called Apps Gone Free, which tells me about apps in the App Store that go free for a limited time. And I really would like to know about that more regularly, or else I forget to check. So I still don't want banners across the top of my screen, so I'm going to leave it on None for the alert style. But I am going to turn on the badge app icon. And I'm going to leave everything else as is because I don't want sounds to interrupt me. Now, one place where I do want sounds to interrupt me is on my calendar. So I am going to check my calendar settings. I have alerts set for this one so that things will pop up on my screen when I have an appointment. I also have the app icon turned on so I can see when there are new appointments. And I have a noise so that I will get alerted when I have an appointment coming up. You can come in here and customize these all you want. I like Sherwood Forest because it's regal. I don't know. Anyway, that's just to show you that you have lots of options for alert tones. So that's it. You can control the alerts for any of the apps on your iPad that have alerts. You just need to know to go into Notification Center and play with those settings.